Okay, hello everyone. This week's video is going to be all about LetterJoin. It's our whole school handwriting program that we use right the way through school. It's just got one home login for every child, so it's not differentiated by ability or by class or by child or anything. It's just one whole school login, so you have access to all of the resources and then you just take from it what you want. I'm not going to show you the login details on here because this video is going to go onto YouTube and we obviously just want to keep it for our school, so I'll post the login details where the link for this video is. Okay, so if we start off, we've got our patterns. First of all, so this is kind of going to be like where early years, maybe year one, are going to be starting, right before they're starting to do their kind of precursive writing. So if we click on a pattern, you can pick one, you can play and see what it wants you to do. Plays a nice sound, and then you can try it out. So then obviously this, if you are on a tablet, will be quite tricky to do with just like your finger. So maybe if you did have access to a stylus or anything at home, that might be quite nice to use. But I would also really recommend, this is the same early years all the way up to key stage 2, practice on the tablet, but then practice with a pen or a pencil on some paper. That's kind of where you're going to see the most results, really. So there you go, you can go all the way through the patterns, follow the same principle. When you've done all those patterns, you can then move on to easy letters. This is like our precursive letters basically, but they're grouped not into letter families, which is kind of what you'd imagine. It's kind of in that easy letters into harder letters. You've got easy letters, harder letters, and then easy words where they're all joined up now, and harder words. And it's the same principle as that patterns page. So you click on a word or a letter, you click play, you can change the speed, which is nice, and then you can try it out yourself as well. I don't know if you noticed before, it gives you like stars by like how accurate you are, really. Our next bit then, moving down, is more letters. This is kind of like the extras, really, so it does show you the letters in their letter families. But then it also shows you your capitals, your printed letters, so just maybe before you're doing that precursive writing, numbers if you want to practice your numbers, symbols, and then a little bit more information about how to use that little folder. So that's kind of like the bulk of it, really. But a lot of LetterJoin's best features are kind of hidden away down here. So there's a phonics tab, so obviously this is early years and key stage 1. It's in phases. We obviously use read writing, but it still follows the same idea of the phases, so you should be able to maybe find the sound that your child's doing in their spellings that week, and you could maybe click on it, find the sound, practice it so you can watch it. E says the sound as it goes, and then they can try it, which is quite nice. There is also, I just wanted to show you quickly, a phonics game called Phonics Match, which is quite nice. It's just like your traditional pairs game, basically, where they've got to like remember where they've heard giraffe, the sounds. There you go, got a match. Pig. This is nice and easy. Octopus. So it obviously goes from easier to harder there for that phonics match game. But I think a lot of the best features, especially if you're using LetterJoin at home, is in this fun section here. So if there are your child's spellings that week, they could go onto magic words, and I know in class they love this feature. Type in the word, whatever it might be, let's say beach, it comes up, and then they can practice then over the top, practicing spelling that word. And this just really gets them into the idea of that like letter formation, cursive handwriting, try and get as many stars as you can. I don't think I've got any stars for this one. And then they can change the background as well, which is lovely. Beach, chalk, steam, graffiti, they love that feature, especially in class, so I think that would be the same at home. The same for patterns. If you're in early years, you can do exactly the same. Pick your patterns, scroll all the way through, change your background. Word bank is quite nice. It has like a whole bank of words there, including your year groups. Sorry, this one. Common exception words. And then they've also given you some Christmas words as well. So you could click on that, see some of those words, practice them, And then you can even, if you go, hang on, word bank, there's even a way to make it into an activity down here, so you can make it into a word search or make it into a spelling list, which is lovely. Let's see what else we've got. We've also got the phonics match, which is the same game I've showed you before, word search, all the way from easy to harder spellings, and then those word banks are also there as well, which is really nice. Loads of different games there basically. I'll let you have a little look through those ones in your own time. Letter Lotto is a new one that they've just added, which is really, really nice. You can pick your level and then you're basically looking to see if your letter is on there. And then it gives you a little bit to practice it. So they're the games. So we've got all of the patterns, letters and words, a phonics section, a fun section where you can really edit how you want to use it, but then resources is also great, probably more for Key Stage 2, but there is things on here for early years and Key Stage 1 as well. So things like a word generator. So if for example we were to find ourselves in another lockdown or your class bubble burst, you could have a little go at just like putting the spellings in here. It then generates a worksheet that's probably best for you to print and use that at home. So obviously it's ideal if you've got a printer. Word animator, it's just the same. You can put your word in and it'll animate it for you. Printouts is a great one. It's basically full of worksheets, but they are all levelled. So you've got early years, Key Stage 1, Key Stage 2, posters if you want them, and then some seasonal things as well. So if we go for the middle, if we go to Key Stage 2, for example, say you wanted some numbers, you could pick those numbers, and then it's got all these worksheets here for you to print out. And that's the same right the way from, like I said, from early years all the way to Key Stage 2. Key Stage 2 has kind of a little bit trickier things, and then it's also got Key Stage 2 stat support, which is really, really nice. Let's see, spelling sentences for these different spelling rules, and then you can have a little go at practicing those while practicing handwriting as well. LetterJoin is great because it kind of has all these resources just hidden away in there. So there's loads and loads of things that you can get out of it. You can get as much or as little out of it as you want to. The last thing I wanted to show you is this warm-up section. So this is really nice for more like early years, Key Stage 1, some little exercises that you can do to help for your gross motor skills, help improve the strength, control and endurance for handwriting, and then your fine motor skills, thinking about your tripod pencil grip. It's all really, really important, but really informative as well. And then lastly, just in case this video was maybe left you a bit confused or you just want a bit more information, there's that info section as well. So you can go on and download that home user manual as well. And that'll talk you through it a little bit more as well. I hope that was helpful. I know that on the parents questionnaire it came up quite a lot that people didn't use it, didn't know about it. So I hope that this has helped. I would definitely say though, use it on the iPad or tablet or however you're accessing it, but also make sure you're practicing it with a pencil and paper, sitting up straight, all of those, doing all those lovely warm-up activities, but practicing the letter formation by actually using it with a pencil or a pen as well is definitely the best way to get the best out of LetterJoin. Okay, thank you very much and I'll see you soon. Bye everyone.